Well, good morning. It's time for another fish truck video, and I just popped the plugs out, and the passenger side, the even bank, they look pretty reasonable. A little wet, but yeah, I expect that. 250,000 miles on this engine, and I believe they're honest miles. However, the odd bank has a little fouling. So I either have an oil control issue or a head gasket issue. But we'll find out. Yeah, this will be my little hesitation right here. 3 and 5. Because 1 and 7 look fine. So 3 and 5 are not great. So I'm either going to have an oil control issue between those two or a head gasket issue right between those two. And honestly, I'm just going to drive it. If it becomes a problem, I'll throw the other engine in. That thing has 6,800 miles on it. All right. I haven't done that end link yet, but I did do the rear shocks. And, now remember, she's dented on this side. But I think I have a reasonable pre-alignment going on here. So I think it'll drive down the road. Remember, too, I don't care about these tires. They're garbage. They're going into trash. Yeah, so, yeah, you can see there's my new cheap shocks. The old ones, even though they were blue and not factory, they were bad. Things wear out. So, and I know at some point I'm going to have to find the source of all that fluid, but I'm going to change all the fluids in here. So, don't worry. But I need a little further diagnosis to see what's worth keeping, what's not. So, we're getting there. Yeah, there you can see that new Zert. So I think it's time to take her for another test drive and see if a lot of the big problems with the brakes and the steering are now solved. I know the bulk of the problems are solved, but there could be more issues that I don't know about yet. Like I said, that idler and that pitman, those were really bad, which is common. It's pretty common on these. So, all right, we'll go ahead and drop her down. You'll see she goes down pretty quick. But always watch just in case there's a dog. So, alright. We're going to take her for a ride. Well, the brakes didn't feel like they should. And figured I better pull the rears, and I'm glad I did. There's a good chance that GM put these on. So, I ordered new wheel cylinders, combi kit, new shoes, new rotor, or not rotor, drums for both sides. We'll just rebuild it right. It's not that expensive. It's just, unexpected. Wasn't hoping on that. So, a couple days we'll revisit that. Like I said, it wasn't what we wanted to do, but I think I'd rather have the brakes feeling proper, and those definitely did not. So for now, I think that's about it. I guess this will be a pretty short video for today. Like I said, I still haven't ordered that end link because I still think I'm going to try to harvest it off the other truck. We'll see, because there's two. I mean, what are the odds that both of them are rusty and terrible? So we'll see. They're not that expensive, but sometimes you just want to feel like you won something. And look at this gas tank. I mean, God, it looks as new as the one I've got out there that's only a year and a half old. So there is that. But I can probably tackle some of the fluids and stuff while I'm waiting. Obviously not the rear end, because all I would do is make a mess of the jack. The new jack's working pretty good. The old one I think is built better. I'm not sure that I can explain it, but the flex on the newer arms, they definitely bend more than the old one did, and it's the exact same part number. Also had to really clean out some of the holes, so be aware of that. That powder coat is, your mileage may vary on the powder coating. And let's see, you can see all the idlers in there, pitman arm, everything's in there. Everything's holding up pretty nice. The only thing that ever seems to really be leaky on this is oil from the oil pan rail, as near as I can tell, because of the direction of the weepage. So I can live with that for now. And You know, we know the tires are terrible, but we're not too worried about that. And then I wonder about this transfer case. We'll find out. They're known to have issues. So trying to remember, on this year it would be that that retaining ring breaking that holds in one of the bearings. And so if when you go into reverse in 4-wheel you get this big clunk, there'll be this little metal spring in there, or you know, a little holder, and it's worn through the case, and there'll be a nightmare to get apart because of course that bearing clip won't work. So hopefully that's not an issue, but if it is, I have another one that I know works great. So unfortunately I can't harvest the front differential because they're different gear ratios. This truck is a 373, the other truck is a 342, and honestly it would cost more money to change over to the 373 in that other unit than just going to the junkyard and getting another one. So it's not worth dealing with that. So yeah, other than that, I'm really impressed with how easy it is to just, you know, unbolt stuff. I can't get over how nice it is. It must be nice to live down in Texas or somewhere where there's no rust, because boy, every bolt I touch on here just comes right off. You know, clean some threads and boom, you're in business. So yeah, and then I didn't do that axle yet, not to the other trucks in here. So at some point that other truck will be in this bay, but it's probably not going to be today. So that's the end of today's fish truck video. We got company coming in a little bit. I just finished mowing some grass, and yeah, I'm getting a little tired.